Okay, so we here at TechWiser have tried all sorts of smartphone camera, like world's best smartphone camera, world's biggest smartphone camera, world's first 200 megapixel camera. But this is the father of all those camera phones, the all-new Xiaomi 13 Ultra. And it has not one, not two, but 450 megapixel cameras. And not just that, the main camera is a 1-inch sensor with variable aperture. So much tech, so what is the 1-inch sensor? How is it better than other camera phones? What is this variable aperture? Well, I have all the answers for you. Stay tuned till the end of the video. I'm excited, let's go. And you can know more about these products from the product tag below. Okay, so first up you get this box, of course, co-engineered with Leica. For those of you who don't know, Leica makes expensive camera and camera lens. Inside you get the phone, 90-watt charging brick, Type A to Type C cable, and this cool looking case. Oh, and how can I forget? A premium looking SIM ejector tool. So see here, if I show you from the side, there is the slide bump here, and in the back, whoa, this has to be one of the most in-your-face camera modules, and this looks so big and heavy, right? But see here, on the weighing scale, it weighs around 230 grams, whereas the S23 Ultra weighs in 238 grams. So in fact, this is lighter than the S23 Ultra. Also, the design is pretty unique, like the frame is made from metal, see the antenna bands here, but the back is made from a rubberized texture. And here's the best part, if I put on the cover, see, it looks much like a camera. Now Xiaomi will also have a camera kit sold separately with shutter buttons and filter mount and all of that, which basically makes this into a camera. Now before we get to the cameras, have a look at this beautiful display. So this has a 6.7-inch 2K 120Hz AMOLED display. Here let me play a YouTube HDR video. This looks so good, like the colors and everything is so nice. Even if I tilt it at extreme angle, there is no color change. Let me show you an interesting thing. So this here is a completely white HDR video, and see, only the video portion is bright, rest of the screen is dim. And this here is an LTPO panel, so the refresh rate can fluctuate all the way between 1 Hz to 120 Hz. It helps save battery life. Also, this has a peak brightness of 2600 nits, which is the most brightness on any smartphone till date. And you even get Gorilla Glass Victus protection, so it should survive a few draws. But I recommend using a screen protector because
glass is glass and glass breaks.
Now coming to the camera, which is the most exciting part, it has a 50 megapixel main camera, 50 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, 50 megapixel 3.2x telephoto, 50 megapixel 5x telephoto camera. It's a thali of 50 megapixels. Now one important thing to note is this is Xiaomi's third phone to have a 1-inch sensor. So have they perfected this camera? Well, we have come outside just to test that out. So see this picture of me? This is like in front of a wall, and the gradual blur is so good. And I really like this Leica specific filter. Like see this black and white shot that I took, it looks so artistic, like straight up from an art film. Oh, and that's not all. It has a variable aperture. So see here, same picture, same distance and everything, but the background blur is different. Other than the main camera, even in ultra wide angle mode, the pictures come out good. The 3.2x and 5x are really good for portraits. Now I did notice something odd. When taking portrait mode photos, by default it is zoomed in on 3.2x. So you'll have to go into settings and enable the full body mode. Now you have a wider view and you're using the main camera.
Coming to videos, it can shoot 8K 24 FPS on all the camera lens, and this is not digital cropping, it actually uses all the 4 lenses. But you know what's the funny thing? It can only shoot in 1080p 30 FPS on the front camera.
Coming to the selfie photos, the HDR is not that good. Like at times in selfie, it feels like it has skipped HDR and the sky comes blown out or the selfies are blurred. So overall, I would say the camera performance is really good, and for photography enthusiasts, this is like heaven. But will normal smartphone users still prefer this? So we have Manu, Sayan and Dinesh. We took their portrait photo on the S23 Ultra, iPhone 14 Pro and Xiaomi 13 Ultra. And we asked them which photo they liked. Blind test.
C looks better to me.
The middle one I do not like.
Why?
Because I am looking extra bright over. I would go with A because I think I look more natural in this color, this skin tone.
I like the B one.
Why do you like the B one?
I like the exposure and the color correction.
And speaking of performance, this comes with the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, 12GB LPDDR 5X RAM, 256GB UFS 4.0 storage. It doesn't get more flagshipy than this. And we ran Antutu, so see here it scored like 12,48,000, which is very good score. But now let's play some PUBG New State. So yeah, performance wise, this is pretty solid. Now I won't talk much about the software here because yes, it does come with Android 13 right out of the box, but it has MIUI Chinese variant. When it comes to India, it will have MIUI Indian variant. Also, you get a 5000 mAh battery, 90 watt fast charging, and all of the good flagship stuff. So yeah, that was our first impression of the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. So the point here is, if you want to customize and explore a camera phone, this is a very good option. But for most people who just want to point and shoot, I still think the S23 Ultra does a better job. Now there is no official word on the pricing yet, but looking at the specs and all of that, I think this is gonna cross the 1 lakh mark for Xiaomi. So, will you pay that much money to Xiaomi? Let me know in the comments. And we'll just have to wait and see. Until then, this is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, 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 pew.